Tell you what,
Anyway,
though, Snowden's out
back
front,
to the
boys.
racing.
Look at that 9-car cruising.
So, are you hoping for a little more action this race? Let's go through the field. Feel free to pop in and say a couple of things about each guy as I call them out. So we have Snowden, returning driver, has been here for many, 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 many moons. What are we expecting?
Perfection.
For him to win it.
Listen, he's one of those guys where he can put the car in the right place at the right time. But he's also one of those guys when he shows up, if you don't have bad luck, he has no luck. So it's all going to depend on if he can find the happy ebb and flow of driving his balls off and not putting himself in predicaments where his car is going to spin 12 times.
Right.
If he had all the trophies for bad luck, he would have quite a few.
Yeah, dude. I've seen him have the best race of his life and then get spun in the third stage. Like, oh, all right, see you, Snow.
See ya.
But he always fights his way back. I mean, it's not like he finishes poorly. It's just he always finds a way to not be in that top spot. That's his thing, and I think this year he's going to knock that off, and he's going to win some races. I think so too. I think I'm going to win some races too. But anyway,
back to these guys. So now we're on to track bars. What are we thinking?
Track bars? I raced 3 times with track bars. He still owns 2 of my bumpers. So
great. Let's go on to the next driver.
Gonna need those back.
We have Lewis Racing driving the number 78 this season.
Luggy and I have turned so many laps with Lewis Racing. Like he's gonna finish okay. He's gonna do his thing. He's one of those guys where it's still a video game and he has fun.
Yep.
Right. And forgive me for a second. You may call me Mr. FTR or Billy Holcomb, but like Billy has said, in order to be good and have a good result, you have to put the practice during the week into your car. And leading up to this event, you should have been on practicing with the guys that you're going to be racing with to know how they are.
I didn't see most of these guys. I ran like over 1,000 laps this week.
Yeah, we had some good practices.
And feel free to jump in, Nizzy.
What's that?
I said feel free to jump in.
Yeah, but all of your... talk about all your eliteness.
So now we're on to Smooth Puppy. What are we thinking of Smooth Puppy?
What's that?
What do you what are your opinions on Smooth Puppy?
He's just like Lewis. Like he's one of the guys that shows up there. He says sorry if he hits you. He tries to put his car in the right spot. He drives real hard. He's usually up towards the front. So I'm excited to see what he can do now that we have the format that we do. I mean, the real thing was a lot of these guys. Yes, it's a game where we tell guys to practice all the time. Some guys can't. Those road courses really ate into a lot of guys' seasons. Yep. Because they just couldn't. They would have bad luck on the ovals, and they would have worse luck on the road course. So, what are you gonna do? No.
What is your YouTube channel?
Dak Attack _. No, hold on.
Luggy, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, do it to my Facebook, Big Rig. Yeah, well, don't do me nothing.
But yeah, Smooth Puppy is that driver. Like last season when he did race, he was consistently top 5 to top 7.
Right.
Like he's another driver that knows where to put the car and when and where to put the car at the right time.
Terry, I sent
you. Now we're moving on to the number 20 DeWalt, where we have Wearing Quill.
Yeah, we do. We have him. He's
anyway. Moving on.
No. Listen.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I gotta get something off my chest. I snapped in qualifying because he did a bonehead move. He did apologize. I have never had that ever happen to me. To get wrecked on the last lap of qualifying. Like, all right.
I mean, did it really make a difference to your lap anyway?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I was running 3s in qualifying. Like, my qualifying trim was pretty damn fast. I got wrecked, and I was like, well, there goes that. So, and that's where one of those things, that was a freak accident. But if some of these guys, the newer guys to the league, if stuff like that happens, in their head they're going to go, why am I even qualifying? Why am I practicing qualifying? So right. I amended the situation right off the rip. I said, if you can't pay attention during this portion of the race, maybe this isn't the right league for you. And he was like, I am sorry. I'm like, I get it. All right.
Right.
Still doesn't fix the fact they screwed up my lap and I should have been on the pole. But anyway, it's okay. It's
Next
okay.
driver.
We're good.
On stage, we have David Dubois.
Yep.
Because the S is silent.
He is David Dubois. He's a solid driver. He's one of those guys. You know, he's been around forever. He got a win on one of the tracks a few years ago. He's basically like Ricky Rudd of the FTR group. You know, he gets one win every 10 years.
So we're seeing a lot of guys being shuffled out. Sorry to cut you off. But we're seeing a lot of guys getting shuffled out behind Snowden.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing you run into on this track. If you have your nose down and they have their nose up and you try to push them, you will get this horrible wind movement over your car. I recommend that drivers all crank that nose up so that you can suck up in draft and also cruise around the track. With the old cars, when you did that, you would get a serpentine to your car. In these versions of the cars, what's happening is you can actually stay locked in the corner. See how the guys are bumping around? There's probably two different setups right next to each other. Oh, gosh. 62 and the 22
Yikes.
are beating the piss
Oh, the
out of each
22's
other.
pitting. So I want to say one thing while we're still on David Dubois. And I think Rig and Nizzy can speak to this as well. He's the type of driver where if he's a lap down car, he always is polite and manages to move out of the way and not really take effect to what's happening with the leaders.
Yeah, I'd give him that. And when he realizes his race is over, he doesn't push too hard. He's not gonna ruin your race because his race is shot.
But I do have to commend him too, because he could go 500 laps down, but stays into the race until the end of it. He never backs out of a race, even if he goes laps down.
That's a good trait to have, and we kind of try to recommend that in FTR. Like, we want guys to stick around, run around, and like be here, you know, because at the end of the day, we're not just a race league, all right? We have YouTube channels. We have guys building content. We're trying to keep the sponsors entertained, and when you have 6 guys on the track because 5 guys got into a wreck and everybody left, race looks like crap.
Right.
Dave Dubose definitely should have acted like he had a flat tire, came up in front of McLovin and got the push. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I can't. Anyway, on to a new driver that I'm not familiar with. You may be familiar with. Bulk Crusher ATL.
He seems like a nice guy. It's going to be one of those things of watch and wait, see how he does during the season, and really figure out his driving style. He doesn't look like he is extremely aggressive at this point, but again, I mean, it could. It could turn into it. He definitely is on the nicer side when it comes to chats and all that. But turning laps with him, I mean, we only ran a qualifier and he was pretty okay in there.
Nice. And then we're on to your absolute favoritist FTR driver.
McLovin.
Well, no.
Oh.
We're on to Rodney.
Lucky, you want to talk about this one?
Nizzy, do you want to take the lead on Rodney?
I already talked about Rodney. He's another guy. Him and I was gonna say, like I said about Rodney, how much improvement he made last year compared to the season before. I mean, David DeBose, same thing. And with everything you said about David DeBose, spot on. Always, even the previous season.
Oh damn! Someone's in the dirt. That's the 62 of Rodney.
Speaking of that, that's that announcement.
Sorry, my bad. I'll go to the next car.
Commentator curse.
Oh my God.
Speaking on Rodney, I get what you're saying, Izzy, and you're correct. One thing Rodney did the past few weeks was really try to get more acclimated to his wheel. And it's showing he's actually able to keep a steadier line. You know, he's working at it. He's trying. Now he's just got to get the timing down with where he puts his car.
You said the key word right there, though, Rig. He's trying. That's
right.
When I've lost my temper on some of these guys, you know, and you feel bad after, and it's not, you know, you hate that it happens, but, you know, it's an in-the-moment, heat-of-the-moment competition thing. But, you know, guys like that, David DeBose, Rodney, Smooth Puppy, Lewis. Lewis is a really fast driver. You know, he's in the front a lot, actually, when he does this. But,
right, 100%.
You know, not to take anything away from those other guys, but, I mean, listen, here's the thing. Like, I'm pretty good at this game. I never raced a car in my life. I never part of my language. I don't know nothing about cars. Like, I just have the time, and I've gotten, you know, guys don't have that time, but you see the improvement at their pace. You know, and that's all I think you can ask for. Guys that show up, they try to improve as best they can. They try to be respectful, try to mind, you know, stay out of the way when it's not their night. And there's a lot of those guys in this boat.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
respect for it.
That's
why
shit.
It drives me so crazy when you get some of these very few who just have don't show any effort to, you know, respect the people around them. You know, it's very few and far between. Most of the guys that stick around aren't like that. Most of these guys that you see here that their name the last couple of seasons, you know, at least the ones I've heard, you know, they really stand up to guys.
100%.
Really
now. Dude, and that's what it is, Nizzy. You know, and you say like you were busy. You know what I mean? Like you have a great talent on this game. You're fast every time you hit the track. If you had more time, like how some guys have the time, I could easily see you being mediocre. Like I'm just messing.
Wow. Anyway,
I think I could. I wish I could try.
Nah, you're good, man. Listen. The whole reason why I went to when it was the C League was because you guys, and then I became admin, and now I'm kind of here. Like that's just how it works. But I more or less came down here because of Nizzy, Shackett, Snowden, you know. And now it's cool because I get to rekindle like friendships that like I haven't had for 2 seasons. Like Luggy's hanging out with us all year. Like I'm excited about it. He's pissed off, but I love it.
So not to cut you off.
You're gonna though. We're gonna pit soon. I know.
We have 3 cars out of the front path. We have the 22. 20.
20's around the 42. Turn the 20. I think the 20 might have. I don't know. Maybe you got.
I don't know what happened.
Nah,
I know
he got
signaled.
The apron. He got the apron.
Yeah.
The 12 and the 40. Well, a couple of them had signaled to pit, but anyway.
Well, let's call that action real quick. So the 42 out in no man's land right now, and it looks like the 12 is coming down pit road. The 20 stayed out. That might have been a mistake.
I would have went in.
Yeah, I would have pitted on right there because the 42.
You were already there.
The 42 saved it after that. It didn't knock off too much. It looked like the guys in the back checked up. He might have lost 5 car lengths. Mm-hmm. But if he's spot on with his pit strategy, he could make that up going in the pits. And basically do like what the 5 did to me when I was just trying not to kill people and he drove past me. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, the other thing, too, is this is all learning. You know, the 20 may now learn for the 500. Like, if that happens again, just bite the bullet then and pit.
Right, because you're riding around by yourself out here. You don't need to do that. There's no reason to. I'm happy. I mean, looking at this, McLovin is he's riding, doing his thing.
So I have to get something.
What? Go.
I have to talk about this because I'm getting really hot and really bothered.
Oh Jesus.
McLovin is my daddy.
Nice. Okay, we got weird. Cool.
So we were seeing pit stops. All these guys signal to pit.
Right.
Are you on the mic saying, I'm going here, you're going, where are you going?
Yeah,
don't
you're
run
calling
me over.
It out. If you don't call it out, you're not doing it right. And McLovin did the right thing there. He went way out, swept in, and he actually made up like 3 spots.
I do want to point something out, though. If you look, Lewis actually gained a little bit on Snowden. Do you think Lewis could come out in front of Snowden on pit exit?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So are
This is a 3-second pit right here. All right.
right.
3
Just
seconds.
gas and that's it.
So
you're gassing it and
when
going.
it's a 15-second pit and it's like 16 to 17 seconds, not a big deal. You're at like 3 seconds, 3.2 seconds right now because it's nuts. These guys are coming out and they are just as tight as you would want them to be. It looks
So
like
I do want to point out,
right.
Snowden and Lewis broke away from the other guys.
Right.
Blue Puppy and Balka lost a little coming off pit road. But
They might have
if you're the
added too much
12,
fuel.
if you're the 12, do you not pass these guys and hook up with them?
If I'm the 12, I'm finding friends because he looks like he's stuck back there right now.
Driving the 12 is all time.
Yeah, the 12, by the time he gets to them, they're going to be up to speed. I mean, I would much rather get on the back of these guys and rocket them. First and foremost, because he's been out for an extra lap. Who knows how much fuel he put in.
Right.
You're going to want to just grab that draft if he can get it, because remember, these guys are drafting already, so they were gaining, as he was gaining. And it looks like he may have actually caught it, so from that point, he should be able to grab that. But like I said, Track Bars is a super aggressive driver, and he could do something with it. It could be a 3-on-3.
What happened to Rose? Why is she separated?
He pitted by himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
20 car is coming onto pit road now.
What do we have for laps left? Can somebody get us a lap count?
I don't even know who's streaming out there, buddy.
I don't think anybody is.
I'm gonna be the lap count for you guys. Like you're gonna be looking at my stream, yeah.
So if you're McLovin,
yeah,
with like 4 or 3 to 4 to go, are you just sandbagging and letting those two go by themselves?
No.
We know McLovin's not racing for points.
We're gonna have this talk now. This is exactly what McLovin's job is out here. Him and I spoke about this 1,000 times. If he wins the race, he wins the race. I don't care. If guys get their feelings hurt, that's on them. What I'm looking for him to do out there is to be my second set of eyes at all these tracks. We have 27 guys on the roster, and I'm going to need a second set of eyes. He's my eyes. When he's on that track, I told him, dude, drive your balls off. Drive your balls off. Now, there are going to be some tracks where, he is extremely good at it. He is a pro league driver. But in saying that, he's also not going to push the issue. You're never going to get spun out this season by the 8 car. He's out there. Might. No, I never would. That's my homie right there. That's
so
like
there's an
brother.
Example right there. David was becoming a lap down and completely pulled off the track to let the leaders go.
Right.
And I believe Lewis is lagging.
Oh man! Oh yeah, he is left to right. Oh, and he put McLovin up in the wall.
Oh.
If I'm McLovin, I'm getting behind the laggy car.
I like to race those 2 Pro-Am seasons with McLovin on the track with me. It might have pissed me off at times, but at the end of it, I would have been very happy that he...
How much better are you going to get having a Pro League guy out there with you every week pushing you to be your best?
It's fun. Like, if you're the guy finishing second to him every week, it's like... Yeah,
you know what, though? When you're at the top of the point, that's the end of it right there.
Did the 78 win?
Both mentally... Oh, that's the end?
I think Lewis Racing won.
Man, I thought you were telling me, like, yeah, that's the end of it. You speaking facts, bro.
No one's ever telling you that.
I think Lewis Racing won.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I don't know what I was talking
So
about.
I do want to get the 2 winners from both duels up here.
Yeah, I've already spoke to them. I'm going to jump into that chat and let them know to come up here. Thank you guys for having me up here.
And then...
What?
I will message you because I do want to get the pole sitter. Or no, it's going to be between the 2 winners. So
yeah, I got to. Who won that race?
I think it was Lewis.
I got to go find that out first.
Well, we're going to calculate everything, so we'll go from there.
Give me a second. I got you.
Looks like McLovin did last time he jumped out. Oh no. Where is it? Yeah.
Well, Lewis is slower than.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. We'll verify, and then we'll announce it when they get up here. After we do interviews, we'll announce who's the pole sitter.
All we need to know is who's the winner.
I know, but I can't. I don't know if it was Snowden or if it was Lewis.
Big Rig will let you know in a sec.
Yes. So we saw a little bit more racing there than the second one, which on Sunday it was the same way. The first one was calm. The second one there was a lot more racing.
Yeah, a lot of those guys watched the first race just to see what was going on. I think so. Both races were good races.
Yep. I'd like to see when we put these two fields together what kind of show they put on.
Ooh. Like I said, these two races were good races.
We're just waiting on the two winners to come up.
You guys do what you do.
I think, who was it that, it was Bowhunter that won the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, he had a 46, 6.
If somebody can invite Bowhunter, if they have him on their friends list.
Holy crap, boys.
What?
Bowhunter got the pole for next week.
Cool.
Shut up.
Who won this race? Snowden won?
No, Snowden won,
Yep.
but Bowhunter put down a 6.62 and Snowden did not.
I had a whole plan for this. You ruined it.
Whatever. Sometimes that happens. Anyway, run with it. Talk to your guys.
Yep.
Do I need to
Can we
invite
get
somebody?
Bowhunter in?
You guys have a good night. Yep.